when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Yeah. Spill venom out the side of my pores. We came to battle, we came for war. Digging in the mud, carry across the globe. No matter the weather, rain, sunny or snow. I guess all the sacrifice was worth it. The pain made perfect and gave me a purpose, yeah. And I still don't get no breaks. And you about to learn why if you in my way. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Yeah, look at that. All the belts, mighty. In the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Contrary ting, what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Contrary ting, no what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Contrary ting, no what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Uppercut, fling, right up, fling. Contrary ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punched you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros, I stood on the sideline, head in the hand shot, joke of the show. Better keep those hands up, swing for their fences, or you're going on poorly for sure. How much do you wanna be the champ? How much do you wanna please the fans? How much do you wanna be the king? And how much do you wanna feed your camp? How much do you wanna see people champ? Swing like you got a thing to lose, it's the ESBC, beat them neatly, titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping, we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping, we bring when right, somebody shots fling. I came from the 7 Hills, city of steel, home of the village and brilliant meals. Can't take man for a pudding, take man to Ingles, brother have a kid on his heels. In the ring is playing real.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Jake LaMotta, 5'8" tall, 160 pounds with a reach of 67 inches. And facing him, Sugar Ray Robinson. Doesn't have an ounce of fat on his body, tipped the scales at the middleweight limit, 160 pounds. He's 5'11" tall and has a reach of 72.4 inches.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity, and that timing to time off the long jab that comes in to jump over the top. It's about skills now. Skills will pay the bills.
Here comes the Bronx Bull, Jake LaMotta. His 6 fights against Sugar Ray Robinson have gone down in boxing legend. There's no one tougher than this man. Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990, and he fights out of Harlem, New York.
Just take note, look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the Bronx, New York, with 106 fights in his remarkable career, presenting one of boxing's all-time greats, the middleweight champion of the world, introducing the Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta. Fighting out of the blue corner, From New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
Which fans are going to be happy? Which fans are going to be sad? I don't know, but it's the argument I love.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. The right hook can't miss. How about that time counter shot? It's all offense all the time. Of the 6 fights these men have had against each other, of course, the most famous has to be the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Can they make it? Part 2. Yes, they can. Why these guys fought so many times? Because it's always so close. It's always so entertaining. It's like a seesaw. You cannot put your house on this. You just can't do it. Which is why this fight has created such a buzz, such a chatter. We need to see this fight.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. Miss with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. They exchange punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about LaMotta in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. Here we go for round 2. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Right uppercut just off target. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well done with that counter shot. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about LaMotta in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every
Good work. That's it.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
Oh man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit more on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about LaMotta in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
These are knockout.
Here we go to the 4th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. It's not a bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punching. No rest for the weary. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
Never gonna happen. If you've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know nobody can ever get past that jab.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. He threw a punch and just got countered. A big whiff with the right hook. Fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about LaMotta in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. There's the bell to start round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again.
And he's been cut. The referee's going to take a look.
Are you all right? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay? 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 Are you okay?
And the referee will allow this to continue. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Swing and a miss with that hook. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. The straight right just misses. Looking to land the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about LaMotta in that last round. They're going to call the doctor over in a minute to check out these cuts.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be too brave for the...
There's the bell to start round 6. What a round we just saw. Let's see what we've got in store for us here.
Good work the last round. Be smart. Don't get too braggadocious. You'll get turned over and walk into a shot, and that's the last thing you want.
Beautiful counter punch. That Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about LaMotta in that last round. Well, the cut man's got some work to do in this corner.
Cornerman, get...
And there's the bell for round 7. Can it get any better? What a round we just saw.
What a round. What had they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. A perfect counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. That hook just can't find the target. Beautiful counter. Not sure how serious that cut is, but the referee's going to take a good look at it.
You're taking too much, the fight is over.
After so much abuse, you almost hope the referee stops it here, and he does. The fight is over.
I think the referee forgot until all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, I better do my job here.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKO's